Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome to SBRForum.com. In this video, we're taking a look at Game 3 between the Los Angeles Kings and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, if you've been following this series, you know that it looks like the LA Kings have exercised some demons. They had lost 8 of the last 9 games against the Blackhawks, but all of a sudden something went right for them in the third period. Actually, I think something changed for them in the second period, but you know, obviously the goals and the box score will show that the third period was the key of game number 2. And now we're left to wonder, where does this series go from here? Now, in my opinion, it was a save by Jonathan Quick in game number 2 in the second period that turned the tide. The Blackhawks were already up 2-0, and Brent Seabrook looked like he had an empty net to essentially make the game 3-0, and I think that at that point the game is done. However, the Blackhawks failed to score. Quick made an incredible save, and then all of a sudden the Kings go down at the under end, score a goal to end the second period, and bring a lot of momentum in the third period. And then the third period is when the wheels came off for the Blackhawks. And really, that's how I perceive it. I don't think that the Kings did, the Kings did do a lot of good things, I will say that, but I think the Blackhawks got off their game, helped the Kings out in a manner of speaking, and I think that's why the Blackhawks will get back to business, and the series will get back to being a Blackhawks dominated series, as we've seen over the last 10 games now in this matchup, and I think that that's really how I see things going forward. Now, what happened to the Blackhawks in period number 3? Well, again, it goes back to period number 2. Not only the Seabrook goal, but allowing the Kings a real softie. The Kings just the Blackhawks sort of took their pedal off the metal at the end of the second period. The Kings score kind of a softie, and we see this all the time, be it in basketball, be it in hockey. Teams that end the quarters or periods well tend to bring some momentum into the next period. That's what the Kings did. I mean, they were lifeless for the most part. All of a sudden, they score an easy goal, cut the lead in half, and they come out into the third period with a vengeance. Now, the third period was also key because, again, the Blackhawks got away from what they normally do, started taking dumb penalties. The Kings tie the game on the power play. The Kings take the lead on the power play. All of a sudden, the Blackhawks are giving up these, odd-numbered, extra man rushes. I'm trying to say for the Kings. Blackhawks fell asleep on defense. That's really what it was. Kings started firing the puck, getting opportunities, outworking the Blackhawks. That's not how this series has played out. Chicago's done the opposite. If you take a look back at the last 10 games, they're not blowing out the Kings. It's a lot of one-goal wins, but really what happens is they're in control of those games. They lost control in game number 2. I think it gets back to business in game number 3. You still got Corey Crawford, who's been fantastic. Game number 2, again, I think that's an aberration. He's been the best goaltender in the playoffs up until that game. You got the Blackhawks, you have a fantastic offense. They were muzzled, held to just 2 goals. I think they get to, back to 3 goals in game number 3. And really, we just see everything go back to the trend, which is the Blackhawks dominating the series, getting the wins, and edging the Kings as they have done for the last 2 years. So I see the Kings, I see the Blackhawks as some good value on the road. I think they're going to get back to business and get back home ice advantage with a win in game number 3. Thanks for watching this video right here on SBRForum.com. We'll catch up with you again soon.